Good evening, everybody. So, welcome to another mathematics presentation. So, this is the subtopic that I wanted to present in class today. We've looked at how we can find the function inverse of a function. We've also looked at how we can find the value of the function. Okay. Now, in this lesson for today, we are going to look at composite functions. So, what is a composite function? A composite function is a function that is a combination of two or more functions. So any function that is combined, okay, if it's having more than one function, we call it a composite function. Now let us look at the notation of a composite function. How do we present this composite function? So the way you present a composite function, remember I've said you have two functions, okay? So you need or you must have two functions. For example, if you have function of h of x, meaning function of h, okay? You have h, x. Then you also have another function like f, okay? So this is the first function and this is our second function. So if function of x is a composite function of g and f, meaning that this g, it's a function, and this f, it's a function. Just like an example that I've given here. You have two functions. That is a composite function. So the function of x is equal to g function of f. Okay, and then the x here. Now, this means that the function of h equal to the function of g also equal to the function of f. Now, let us look at an example so that I explain nicely how we can do this. Okay, so we have a question right here. This is a question that came in mathematics paper 1. The functions f and g are defined by function of x is equal to this function, which is x minus 3 over 4, and g function of x is equal to 2x plus 1. Find a function inverse of x. So this one, we looked at it yesterday, okay? We looked at it yesterday to find the function inverse of x. So first thing, take note of the function that you have. You have been given the function of x, which is this one, x minus 3 over a 4. So how do you find the function inverse of x? Okay, so the moment you spot this negative 1 on top of the letter, this is read as inverse. Okay, this is read as function inverse. So how do you find the function inverse of x? So first thing, here where there is x, we are going to introduce any variable. Okay, in this case, let's use y. So we say y equal to, we use the same function, which is x minus 3 over a 4. Okay, so how do we find now the inverse? You need to now to make x the subject of the formula. Okay, so to make this x the subject of the formula, you can see here on the right hand side we have a fraction, and here on the left hand side is not a fraction. We divide by 1, then we cross multiply. So 1 times x minus 3 will get the same value, x minus 3, equal to 4 times y will get 4y. Now from here, this negative 3 will go this side so that we just remain with x. So we are going to write x equal to 4y plus a 3. Remember this negative 3, it was a negative. When it goes to the right hand side, it becomes a positive. This is why you're having 4y plus 3. Now the question is find function inverse of x. So we have made x the subject of the formula. So we'll say therefore function inverse of x is equal to, so we write 4. Now here where there is a y, we are going to substitute x, and then plus 3. That's what we said. So this is our answer to our question 1. Okay, we have found the function inverse of x. Let us now find our question 2, which is fgx. All right, guys. So we've now come to question B. So under question B, they are saying find fgx. So this is what we call a composite function because it's having two functions, having function of f and function of g. Now, what does this mean? You have fgx. What does this mean? Okay, this means that this function of g will compose the function of f. In simple language, it means that where you have the function of f, okay, so the function of f is x minus 3 over a 4. Okay, so on this function of f, we are going to put the function of g. That's what it means. Okay, no wonder here we are writing something like this. We are saying g, then here we have f, okay, x. This is what it means. It means that this function of g will be placed on the function of f. So what are we going to do? We are going to say function of gx equal to, so we are going to write the function of f. This is the function of f, which is x minus 3 over a 4. Now, what does this mean? Okay, so this means that here on this function of f, where there is x, right here, where there is x, we are going to substitute the function of what? G. And the function of g, we have seen the function of g, it's gx equal to 2x plus 1. So this is the function of what? Of g. So we are going to say equal to, so here where there is x, we will replace the function of g, which is 2x plus 1, okay, in brackets, then minus a 3. This 3 right here, because we are just substituting here, then over a 4. So I hope that you have understood what I've done there. Now, from there, what are we going to do? We just say equal to 2x plus 1 minus 3 over a 4. Okay, and this will give us, we are going to have something like this. So we can see that here we have the like terms. We have a positive 1 and a negative 3. So we'll say 2x positive 1 minus 3. This will give us negative 2 over 4. So this is the fg function of what? X. This is our answer. All right, guys. So we've answered the A, B. Now we come to C. So C is saying find fg function of negative 3. So this one is a composite function. We have two functions, f and g. So what you do is you already have this function right here. You already have this function that you found on top here on B. So if your answer here was wrong, it means even this one will get it wrong. So what it means that this negative 3, it's x. Okay, so it simply means x is equal to negative 3. So we are going to use the same function, this function. So what you do is you just say fg function of negative 3 is equal to, so on this function right here, on this function, where there is x, you are going to put a negative 3. So you write 2, open bracket, negative 3 minus 2, then over a 4. So I hope that you have gotten what I've explained. Now from there, just open the bracket. So you write equal to 2 times negative 3. This will give us negative 6 minus 2 over a 4. So negative 6 minus 2, this will give us negative 8 over a 4. So we have negative 8 over a 4. So it's just a matter of dividing, where we say 4 here, 1, 4 into negative 8, it goes there 2 times. 1 into negative 2, we get our answer as negative 2. So this is our answer. So let's look at another example on how we can work out a composite function. Then I'll give you a question that you can try now. All right, so this is our second question. The question reads, the function f and g are defined by function of x is equal to 3x minus 2 and function of gx is equal to 4x plus 1. Find, so the first question, they want you to find the function of inverse of x. So the function of x, this is the function right here. So it's very easy. Remember, we have said to find the function inverse, you need to come up with the constant value. In this case, we come up with a y, a variable. Okay, so y equal to, we write 3x minus 2. So here we need to make x the subject of the formula. And how do we do that? You can see we have a negative 2 here. So this negative 2 will go this side. Okay, so we're going to have y plus a 2 equal to 3x. So why are we writing a plus here? Because this is a negative 2. So this side becomes a positive. So we want to have x. So we need to divide by 3, even this side by 3. So that this 3 and this 3 will cancel. We get x equal to y plus 2 over a 3. So our final answer now will say function inverse of x is equal to, so here where we have a y, you are going to substitute x, say x plus 2 over a 3. So this is our answer. This is the function inverse of x. So let us now find question B. All right, so we've now come to our question B right here. Find g f x. So this is a composite function because we have said the composite function is a function that has got more than one function. Okay, so this function g f of x. So if you remember, I've said that when you're looking at a composite function, this function f is composing the g function. Okay, so what it means is you write first the function of g, which is 4x plus 1. Okay, so on this function of g, where you have x, okay, where you have x, you are going to put the function of what? F. Okay, so this will now mean you write this same function, you write 4. Now here where there is x, we are going to put the function of f. Okay, and the function of f is this one, 3x minus 2. So you write 4 open bracket 3 3x minus a 2. So I've just replaced 3x minus 2 where we have x on the function of g. Okay, then we say plus 1. I hope you have gotten what I've said. Now, in other words, this means that if it was like this, fg x, if it was like this composite function, this will mean the function of g is the one that is going to compose f. Okay, on the function of f where you have 3x minus 2, here where there is x, I would have put the function of g. So it would have been like this, 3, where there is x, I'll put the function of g, which is 4x plus 1. I'll say, open bracket, 4x plus 1, cross, and then minus a 2. Okay, now this is not the case. The case was this. Okay, so I hope you have gotten what I've explained here. So from here, you just need to open the bracket by multiplying with a 4. 4 times 3x, this will give us 12x, minus 4 times 2, this will give us 8, then plus 1. So our answer will be 12x, negative 8 plus 1, this will give us negative 9. This is the composite function of g function of x g function of f. Okay, so let us now answer our question C right here. All right, so we've answered the question A, B. We have now come to C. Find gf negative 2. So you have already found your g function of fx, a composite function, okay, which is this one. Now, if they have given you this one, they are telling you that here there was x, but they have said x should be equal to a negative 2. So write this function, okay, write the g function of x, gf function of x, okay, which is equal to 12x minus 9. So if you got this one wrong, even this one will get it wrong. So you really have to be careful. So here now you are going to say gf function of negative 2 equal to 12, where there is x, will put a negative 2 minus 9. From there, just open the bracket. 12 minus negative 2, this will give you negative 24, then minus 9. So from there, just work it out. Negative 24 minus 9. What are you going to get? So since we have same signs, negative, negative, we maintain the sign, a negative. Then 24 plus 9. Okay, 24 plus 9. This will give us what? 33. This will give us 33. So negative 24 minus 9 to give us negative 33. Okay? So these were the answers to this question. So let me now give you a question that you can try to work it out. See what you are going to get. Now try this. So treat this one as your exercise. Okay? So treat this one as your exercise. So try to answer it. Okay, when you're done, you can inbox me the answers.